so much for coming. What a beautiful audience, and thank you so much at home for joining us. You know, first, before we get started, let me say, we ladies here at the Christian View are so excited because this show won a huge award in Georgia, Georgia's Most Uplifting TV Award. So we're so excited about that, and we're so excited to have our guest co-host. You know, when you flip through those channels, you see us ladies here, and just in the first second or two, you decide whether you want to continue watching this show or if you want to continue flipping your channels. And this lady sitting right beside me is the lady that makes us look our best, so you will continue watching. Miss Trudy Davies Davis with the Image Academy. So we're so glad to have you here.
Yes. Thank you, Jackie. Thank you, Jackie. It's such an honor for me to be here because I just love what I do each week with you all, and I want to share that passion that I have with the audience. And you know, image does matter. It matters, and it's like gravity. You can say it doesn't exist, but it does, because do you know that people form up to 11 different opinions about us in the first 30 seconds that they meet us?
Wow.
And they're not small opinions. They are their opinions about your socioeconomic status, your educational level, and even your moral character. And before we get too surprised about that, you have to realize we do it every day. Let's take the most recent thing. Did anybody see the Grammys?
Yes.
Okay, so take two people there, Madonna, a 50-something-year-old woman in the most inappropriate outfit imaginable, and Taylor Swift, who just looked like a princess. I mean, she was styled, her color, she was classy, it was beautiful. So we cannot help but what we see visually.
You're right.
It just brings so many thoughts to our mind. And so when we want to put our best foot forward, we have to keep that in mind.
You know, one thing you've said to me before, Trudy, is that people look first, and then if they like what they see, they listen. I thought that was so good. I think we should do a book of Trudyisms. Like she'll say, suck and tuck. Or lift from the core. I can hear you saying that.
But you know what? I do want to say something, because I know there's a lot of little comments that are made, but for me, it's the passion of making each person look their best. It's not me judging or saying, it's really just, I say it's a God's gift to just see the ultimate of what a person can be. And that's what it's really about. So
it's a talent.
You get rid of the static or anything that makes you feel insecure, and you just get to be who you are. And then I think all the gifts show from there.
But Trudy, wouldn't you agree that your first impression is not just about what you wear, but how you wear it? And with your personality, if you have a nasty attitude, it doesn't matter how good you look, you're just going to be very unappealing.
Yeah,
you know?
True.
So
I say confidence is the best accessory next to hair.
But Lisa, you're right. I mean, first impressions are so important. And I always have the 7 and 7 rule. When you first meet someone, the most important time that you're with them is that first 7 seconds, you know, where you're focused on them and you give them the attention that they deserve, and the last 7 seconds you kind of affirm them, you know, and make them feel good, because you really want to make that good impression. It just matters on the other end, on the receiving end, how people feel when you've been in their presence.
It's true.
You know, Trudy, have you ever had someone who had a very negative attitude and you had to address them? Did you have a hard time trying to fit, you know, a look to them?
Just me.
But Lisa, that's such a great question, and the answer is yes. I mean, I've been doing this now for 13 years, and I have definitely had clients that had attitude, but you know, it's really once you break through and you figure out what it is that's really bothering them, and a lot of times it is about their appearance, or it's about, you know, they've been told something in their life that they're not going to look good a certain way, and they're getting a lot of pushback that they think you're going to put them in like a boa or animal print or something that wouldn't be their fashion personality, because it's really about dressing the person for their body type, their color, and their fashion personality. And as long as you go by those rules, you know, it's going to work.
Trudy, what is the hardest thing people have receiving about themselves when you tell somebody? What's the hardest thing for someone to hear?
It is a compliment. I mean, what is it with women and the ability? I mean, I am all the time going, you are so cute, you are so pretty, look how great that outfit looks on you. and it just, women will not receive it. I call it this negative female bonding, where we all get together and try to outdo each other on who's, you know, gained the most weight, or, you know, whose hair isn't right that day. And I just say, does that make us think we're more godly by being self-deprivating? I say the answer is no, and I want women to stop.
I'm glad you brought that to our attention early on when we first met you, because it made me very aware. Whenever I get around my girlfriends, my sisters, it always goes to weight and outfit. It's very negative. And I stopped somebody and said, we're not going to be negative today. We're going to talk positive. And they were all, because normally I'd chime in, and they were really shocked that I wasn't going to be the pollution.
Good girl. It's great.
One of the great things, I had the opportunity to spend a day with Trudy recently, and she helped me. And really, it's a ministry. I mean, you just pour into people wisdom that go beyond just, you know, what you've got on. And one of the things that I noticed was you picked out things for me to put on that I never would have picked out. And I said that to you several times. I said, oh, wow, I never would have imagined wearing something like this.
I love hearing that.
Yeah, you said that.
Yes. Well, it's so good for us, because there are things that when I go to Iraq in the past, I've learned a lot from you in the last 6 months, 7, 8 months, whatever it's been. But when I go to Iraq now, I look for something that, okay, is that going to look good on me? Before, I'd look at that in the rack and I'd say, I really like how that looks. Now, that might not look good on me at all, but that wasn't what I would judge by. I would say, I'm attracted to this outfit, so it's got to look good on me, and that's not the case.
No, because that's your fashion personality. Then you got to incorporate your body type and your color.
I never knew there were body types.
Yes.
Apples, bananas, oranges. Stay with us. We'll be right back.